Hey everyone, we're here in downtown Madison, and I just found Coolzey. How you doing there?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me out here tonight.
Yeah, and I don't know what you did over there, but I think you got some friends behind us looking for you right now.
Oh yeah, that's okay. I got my disguise on, my mustache. Can you see it?
Oh yeah, obviously. Hey, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing these days?
Well, I am touring right now, and I've been touring a lot in the last couple of years, and putting out albums under Coolzey. And besides that, I've been writing a lot, and I live out in LA.
All right, and so exactly what style of hip hop would you say that you do? What do you prefer to label your genre?
Well, actually, I don't like to say that I do just hip hop. I like to tell people I do popular music because it's there's two types of music, classical and popular, and that's it. But I play the hip hop I do runs the gamut. I'd say I do indie rock hip hop, I do nerdcore hip hop, I do old school classic like true school hip hop, and but I also play rock and roll. I have songs on my albums that are country, I have songs that are pop, I have songs that are like rock and roll, indie rock, all sorts of stuff.
And exactly how'd you get started in the field of hip hop?
When I was a very little kid, I heard it and I knew that it was for me before I could even think. So it just felt natural, and it was actually all I listened to and all I did for a number of years until I was in high school and I heard Nirvana and the Smashing Pumpkins, and then...
Yeah, I love those guys. So, exactly, so you say Nirvana and like Smashing Pumpkins are big influences on you, would you say so?
Yeah, I think a lot of people tell me that my music is very 90s influenced. That's one of the reasons why I've decided to call the genre of music I do alternative, because I feel like it's a lost genre name that people still don't people still use it. It's still an official name, but it's still, you don't quite know what it means, so but I do feel like there's something very 90s about alternative. It was birthed in the 90s, and so that's why I like to adopt alternative as my genre.
And I don't know if you're aware of this, but we're actually a late night horror host show, and we're showing horror movies, and I understand you've got some sort of connection to horror movies. Would you like to tell us a little about that?
Yeah, oh my God, man. Well, first of all, I wouldn't be alive if it weren't for horror movies. They are my number one favorite thing in the world. I go home, I watch Netflix, I go straight to the horror section. My specialty is supernatural. I like ghosts and demonic possessions. I like all horror movies, but that's my favorite. Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, DVDs, whatever, going to the theater. I love horror movies. They're my favorite kind. And I've actually been in a few. I was actually the killer in a horror movie.
Oh, really? What movie would that be, and where could we see it, perhaps?
Well, actually, the movie's called Dropping Evil, and I believe it's available on DVD through Amazon, as well as to rent. Or you can definitely download it and stream it if you find it. But it's got some pretty classic horror movie actors in it, like Edwin O'Neill is in it, and Armin Shimmerman, and Tiffany Shepis. And I actually got the honor of acting alongside Fred Williamson, so that was pretty great.
And so tell me, what are some of your favorite horror movies in the genre of all films, whether they be slashers, supernatural, or just downright sick movies like what we show sometimes?
Oh yeah, I like the sick movies too, but Ju-on, the original Grudge movie, is probably one of my absolute favorites. A rather unpopular opinion among people I know is The Exorcism of Emily Rose, one of my absolute favorite horror movies of all time. Scott Derrickson is a guy that I discovered, and I didn't even know this, but I'm sure you guys know this. He directed Hellraiser 5.
Oh, yeah.
Hellraiser 5, I went through on Netflix right now, all 9 Hellraisers are up, if you didn't know that.
Oh, I went through it myself.
Oh, yeah, and number 5 is an absolute gems. It was Scott Derrickson's, I think, kind of like debut into the scene, and it is so good. I mean, you might want to give up after 4. You know, the one that's in space, that's really bad, but don't give up. Even if you don't watch any of the others, watch Hellraiser 5 Inferno. It's amazing.
That is actually one of my personal favorites. I love the neo-noir aspect of it all and stuff. It's just incredible.
Cenobites.
Oh yeah, for sure. So how's Wisconsin treating you tonight? Are they getting you pretty drunk, or are you planning on getting pretty drunk, or do you even have a choice in the matter tonight?
I played Wisconsin quite a bit, and I often, whether I want to or not, I'm a very suggestible person, so whether I want to or not, I often get locked into after hours drinking contests and hot boxes in cars that I don't plan on it, but you know, I hate to say it on tele, or I hate to say it to the public, but I'm a very suggestible person, and it's hard for me to refuse things. But you know, we'll see just where the night takes us. You know, so far it's going pretty well.
All right, so before we wrap this up, this is normally the part where we allow the shameless plugs. Would you like to give some shameless plugs to any movies, music, upcoming projects, and of course a website where everybody can find everything they need to know about Coolzey?
Well, definitely Coolzey.net is the hub for everything. You can find everything about me there.
All right, Coolzey. Well, hey, thanks for spending some time with us here, and it's good seeing you. Hope to see you in Madison again real soon.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate it. What's up, Madison?